automatically if it's plugged in and you have all the appropriate drivers. Now, there's a bunch of different stuff that you can do here. You can flip it vertically, but for simplicity's sake, guys, just leave it like it is. Don't mess with any of these settings until you realize later that you need to do that. You can also go to configure video here, and you can actually go into your webcam settings, but we're not going to do any of that today. Go ahead and click OK. And the last thing I want to show you here is that when you're adding this, if you've already added your webcam, you can only do it once per webcam. So under Add Existing, click that box there, select the webcam, and then go ahead and click OK. Now, as you can see at the top of the screen here, you're going to be able to see the webcam. Now, I can move this around like I'm using Photoshop. It's almost like its own layer. So I can click and hold with my mouse and drag this wherever I want to drag it. Now, a lot of people have different scenes. Like you may have scene 1, which is called full scene or full webcam, where basically you drag your webcam out and it's full, it's full screen like that. That's a little much for me right now. So we're going to drag it down to the lower left, which is, where you might want to drag it within your scene. Now, once you've added your video capture device, you then want to go and change the settings and go ahead and start setting up your audio for your microphone. I'm doing this in the steps that I would normally do when I'm setting up my OBS to stream or to live stream. Now, go ahead and over in the right-hand corner, you're going to see something here that says settings. Now, if we go to settings, click on settings, we're going to see a few different things. I'm going to walk you through all of these step by step. Now, under general, there's really not much that I change here. I leave all of this the same. A lot of this is basically aesthetic stuff that basically changes the way OBS looks or the way you experience their user interface. So I'm really not going to change anything here. The main thing here is going to be under stream. Now, under stream, you've got stream type. So it's going to be a streaming service. Now, custom streaming server, we're not going to cover that in today's video. If that's something you want, I'll do a video later on that. Put that in the comments if that's something you're interested in. Under service. Now,
Hey, I'm Matt from YouTube, and I've got some answers to your questions as it relates to coronavirus and your channel. This is obviously an unsettling time for lots of people around the world, and everyone's feeling the impact in their own way. I'm hunkered down myself in my home recording this. Now, before I jump into your questions on how YouTube is adapting to coronavirus, I want to make sure you understand what's behind all the updates you've been seeing. Above all else, YouTube's priority is providing information in a responsible way. You see that in how we're directing viewers looking for the latest on coronavirus using our homepage. That's also why we're rolling out monetization for coronavirus videos as a gradual process, starting with creators who accurately self-certify their videos and a select number of news partners. We plan to continue to roll it out to all creators in the YouTube Partner Program over the coming weeks. Another thing that's top of mind for YouTube is making sure everybody that works with us, as well as their communities, are absolutely as safe as possible. That's leading to some really tough choices, especially our need to reduce in-office staffing in content review centers. Because of that, you will see an impact on YouTube's normal support and service functions. Okay, that said, let's dive into your specific questions. First, what exactly is happening with review centers and how is that going to affect me as a creator? As you probably know by now, with 500 hours of video uploaded to YouTube every minute, we use automated systems to help flag videos that violate our policies and guidelines. And those videos then go to human reviewers. Since more of our reviewers need to stay home right now for their health and safety, we're going to have to depend more on automated systems. This means creators might see a temporary increase in video removals, unfortunately, including some that may not violate any policies. You're going to have to expect more time for reviews, longer turnaround times for appeals, and slower and maybe limited service and support times. This includes through email, chat, and social media, until those teams can return to work. Next, why can't reviewers just work from home? I actually have the same question, but YouTube has as many teams as possible working from home to minimize disruption. But just like we have engineers who have to physically plug into special systems to do their jobs, it's the same with video reviewers who are located around the world. Some teams just can't work from home if their work is sensitive or if they live in areas that don't have the right technical infrastructure in place. Why are the automated systems making so many mistakes? YouTube systems are amazing at detecting patterns across enormous amounts of content, but they have a hard time understanding nuances, you might agree, like judging whether a news piece or a parody video is in violation. That's why we also built our systems to include expert reviewers to bring in human judgment for more complicated content. Will I get strikes on content that's removed during this time? Can't you just freeze the strike removal system? First, know that during this time you won't get a strike when content is removed, unless YouTube systems have high confidence that it violates our policies. Also, while the 3-strike system still applies, if your video gets removed without a strike, you can keep posting without worrying about hitting 3 strikes. Finally, the same rules apply if you think your video was removed and shouldn't have been. Appeal the decision and the available teams will take a look. Again, it just might take time. Why are you being stricter about video removals? Why not just let everything through? YouTube has to stay on the side of being careful and cautious here. The large majority of you upload videos that follow our community guidelines, but there are some who don't. And in this time especially, making sure harmful or misleading info isn't spread is more important than ever. With these new service and support changes, if my video gets removed, how will I make money? You won't be able to make
Hi, I'm Shireen. In this video, I'll show you how to set up a YouTube Giving fundraiser, and I'll share a few best practices. YouTube Giving empowers you to use your voice to support the causes you care about. Whether you're raising money with the donate button or with live chat donations, we've made it easy for creators to fundraise for eligible US nonprofits. On top of that, YouTube covers all transaction fees, so 100% of the money you raise goes to the eligible nonprofit. When you set up a fundraiser, your fans will be able to donate to your cause in 2 ways. First, with the donate button. That will appear next to your video or live stream. Second, if you add your fundraiser to a live stream with chat enabled, your viewers will also be able to donate through the chat. Before we get into how to set up your fundraiser, here are a few quick tips that can help you amplify your reach and impact. First, create the connection. Share with your fans why the cause is important to you and why they should donate. Whether it's by creating a clip that you add to the beginning of your videos or a live stream dedicated to the fundraiser.
Do longer videos get more?
Increase your impact and your reach by collaborating with other creators through a community fundraiser. Third, spread the word and ask your fans to donate. By sharing your cause across social media, you can reach all your fans and spread awareness. Now let's dive into how to set up a YouTube Giving fundraiser. You'll have the option to